you look at the camera there, say your first and last name and where you're from.
Craig Parks, everywhere.
Everywhere, okay.
Nowhere specific.
And doing 5 laps today in the Cayman with Buddy. Now, out on the track, just to go over the passing again. If 2 cars are passing on the track, just remember we have to place a hand on the wheel. Very important, don't let go.
Yeah.
Okay. As you accelerate, you can go as fast as you want down all the straightaways, but we want to squeeze the throttle nice and smooth.
Yeah.
When we get up to the orange cones, the way I'll say it, I'll go brake, brake, brake. Just keep putting pressure on the brake as if we're approaching a stop sign.
They seem early, the braking points.
They do, and I was explaining that to the last guy here because he races motorcycles.
Yeah.
Now, don't brake as hard, okay?
Yeah.
Because we're not racing anybody to the turn. That's when you want to race all the way up to the turn and then put on your brakes. What we want to avoid is braking and turning at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay? So we want to get all that brake done in a straight line. I'll say release, let it roll through, and then squeeze the throttle only as you're unwinding the wheel. We never want to accelerate while we're turning because the car's just understeer and go straight. Okay? And foot on the brake. There's your gear indicator right there.
We good?
And we are good to go.
How often do you get to hit the reset pedal?
Just when I'm telling somebody to brake and they're not.
Yeah.
Or if we're having to pass on the inside coming in offline and we have to really hug the turn really tight.
Yeah.
Just to keep 2 cars from sliding into one another. But 99.9% of the time I never touch that, and if I ever do, I tell you.
Yeah.
And we'll pull up just alongside the blue cones, just past the white wall here for a moment.
Just wait. See if something's coming.
Yeah. And looks like we're actually clear, so just nice and easy up over the dotted line here. And then stay into the left, and we'll shift up 1. Tight to that apex there. And then just a straight line to that single green turn cone. Shift up 1 more. And then green to green, tight to the apex. And then just unwind to the left as you throttle, and all the way down to the orange cone on the left. Shift up. And we'll just keep that gear for now. A little brake, a little more, downshift 1, and release the brake. And all the way down to the bottom.
I see what you mean about the light, the flash, whatever.
Yes. And brake. There you go. Now see, if you release the brake now, see if you come off a little sooner, that's going to give you more speed. So when we talk about those cones being early, green to green, there you go. And wait till you peak the hill, unwind just to the center, back to the left. See, that's perfect. This one's a tight one here. Now release the brake. That's a good speed for this turn here. See, I'll usually have you come off the brake soon enough to give you plenty of momentum through the turn, all the way to the orange ones on the right. Just a tap, turn, and throttle straight. Just a little brake here, release the brake, and tight to the apex. And then just unwind as you throttle. You have track time in other places, huh?
I've driven on the track. I used to have a GTR and I've driven on the track.
Okay. I can just tell because you understand the apex. And brake, down 1. Now release the brake. And just a little tighter turn here. And there's your exit. Perfect. Left side. And brake. Just keep that gear there. Release the brake. See, that's going to line you up great with the right side here to the orange cones. There you go. And seeing right there, if you just give a little tap, that'll give you enough momentum over the hill. There you go. And release. And you turn it just a little early on that one. See, it's going to make you go real wide here. We don't want to come out here. We want to be right to the center right there. Tight there. Straight. Little brake. Release. Tight to the apex.
You release earlier than I would have thought.
Yeah, it just gives you a little more momentum, so you're not finding yourself accelerating while you're turning. It allows you to roll through the turn.
Yeah.
Go. Brake, down 1. Now release the brake. See, that's a good angle there. If you keep turning, that's going to bring you right up under your exit. Awesome. Brake, there you go. Release the brake, and see it just unwind just to the center right here, like right here, back to the right. There you go. And a little less brake there, and that'll give you a little more speed over the hill. There you go. Now wait for that cone, and tight to the apex. Wait for your apex. See, just to the center, that's perfect, right back to the right.
Oh, so you pretty close to
That's okay. real straight. Just a tap. Now let it roll through. That's perfect. That's perfect. Most people don't get that turn. You got it just nice. Let's keep that gear there. A little brake, down one. Now release the brake. That's perfect. A little tighter. There you go. Brake and tight to the apex. See, that's a great line right up the right side. There you go. Wait to accelerate till you peak the hill. There you go. And there you go. See, the longer you wait for that one, that'll give you a little bit better line. Right side. There you go. Straight through. A little brake. Now we kind of got like a right angle turn there, kind of like here and here. Just try to get the door at the peak of its turn, right at that green cone, and then just turn all the way through that. Go down one and release the brake.
Releasing the brake early is.
That feel weird?
Yeah.
Brake. Now release the brake. Just to the center, back to the right. Just a tap. Now let it roll. There you go. Just to the center. Nice. Wait for that cone there. Tight to the apex. Unwind just a little. There you go. Right side. So far, so good. Tight to that apex, straight. Little brake, and then release. Let it roll through. You nail this turn every time. That's perfect.
Except for the right hand one.
That was actually nice. I like that. There you go. Down one and release the brake. Just a little tighter here. There you go. Beautiful. One more. There you go. And throttle. Just a tap. Now let it roll over. See, that gives you a little more speed. Wait till you peak the hill. And throttle. Brake. And this time we're going to go right between the two yellow cones right there. And to the right. That was nice. You're one of my best guys in this car in a while. That was smooth. Seriously. You handled that real nice.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's still a lot that I feel like I'm not doing right there, which is fine. But
where do you have any questions about?
Just the
We're gonna go in that last spot next to
the button, butting off the brakes and back on the gas again.
Mm-hmm.
At the weirdest, it feels like a weird time.
Does it feel like you're getting on too soon?
Yeah, it feels like way too soon. It's
Yeah.
cool though, but
it's always when you're unwinding the wheel, and that's like a couple of the turns. You notice have the two apex cones, like the big bank turn. When I say keep turning, turn a little tighter, and then you keep that turn of the wheel all the way up to that second apex cone. That second apex cone, just throttle as you're unwinding the wheel, almost like that pedal's attached to the wheel. And there's three places that we actually just tap the brake. Coming over the hill.
Yeah.
Okay, because
you're into the.
Yeah, right over the hill, the two orange cones there. Just tap the brake and then use that momentum to carry you over the hill.
Yeah.
A lot of times we're braking a little bit too much. You're finding yourself having to get back on the throttle because you took your momentum away.
Yeah.
Just do a little tap just to kind of set the front of the car, helps it turn.
Yeah.
Roll over, and then right before and right after this little chicane here, those two spots as well. Just a little tap, and then roll through.
That's cool.
Oh, that was nice.
That's awesome. That's fun.
And
turn it off.
anything you want to say on the video there before I shut it off?
No, I'm fine.